everyone. It's a windy day. It's spring is here. Actually, even though it's only February, this is the last week of February, and I can smell springtime. There's flowers, there's daffodils, and I can feel the breeze. It's cold. It's cool, cold, and warm. It's a mixture, and you can see here we are pruning our fruit trees. Pruning fruit trees usually take place around January or February, and we're definitely in the last stretch of pruning season before the buds spring, before the leaves start to produce leaves. Look at that. What can you say, Han? So which one have we done so far, or have you done so far?
I pruned that tree there, that one over there. So more than half of the orchard's been pruned.
And this is my dad's first experience helping my husband prune our fruit trees. We have apples, we have pears, we have peach, Asian persimmon, and all in one area here. When we started planting these trees here, we did not know a whole lot about planting fruit trees. I mean, we could have planted them farther apart, like some over there and some over here, but we have kind of cluster everything.
Planted 20 feet apart.
We did plant them 20 feet apart, but then when the roots become established and the trees are healthy, the canopy, the leaves kind of like they touch each other, so it's important, it's necessary to prune. That's why you need to prune.
Yeah, I would probably have chosen 25 feet apart if I was doing it again. But when they look so small, the distance looks so far apart, you're like, oh, that's good enough. But I would choose 25 next time.
Yeah. And there are some trees here that they're not doing well, depending on the variety. We definitely see one apple, that one apple right there. Do you see? It died last year.
Yeah.
So it was not doing well to begin with. I don't know what happened, but the rest of the apples are good, except we have one. We have that kind of evergreen there. When you have evergreen, that cedar tree right there. Typically, when you have cedar tree close to your orchard, especially apples, you can have cedar rust. That's what happened to our apples that's closer to that cedar tree. We cannot really cut it because it's in the neighbor's property. I mean, we can ask, but it's on the fence line. It's the birds that planted those cedar whatever trees. But yeah, we have done quite a bit. We probably, how many trees did we have for we have apples? How many?
8 apples.
We have 8 apples.
Now there's 7.
There's a few. We planted also plums, and we are going to replace the plums with something else. So we have 8 apples, we have 7 pears, we have 3 persimmon. We have 3 persimmons, right?
Yeah.
3 persimmons, and last year we uprooted a plum tree that was cancerous, that had cancer. So we're going to plant something else, and that's pretty much what we have. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort to maintain an orchard. You don't just let them sit. We do fertilize them once in a while with just regular fertilizer, even though we planted them using the Ellen Watt way. All our trees here were planted using the Ellen Watt way method, digging 3 feet by 3 feet hole with lots of amendments. And so far they're doing good, and they produce a lot of leaves and trees and branches, and they do produce fruits every year, and depending also on the last frost. If last frosts come after when all the flowers are out, then they will kill the the buds, and we will have less fruit that year. Last year we didn't have a lot of peach, but we did have some apples. So that's a good thing. So yeah, it's hit or miss sometimes. But the main thing is that you plant. You plant, because if you don't plant, then you have nothing to expect. You have nothing to look forward to. And yeah, it takes a lot of time. It takes time, effort, money. You do need to put some amendments, and sometimes things happen and some trees die and then you have to replace. But don't lose hope. Don't, feel discouraged. Just keep doing it and move forward, and we learn from our experience and hopefully be better next time. So don't give up on planting, because that's why we're here, because of food. And if you don't learn how to plant, then I guess you don't need to learn how to eat. Anyway, because we know how to plant, because we know how to eat, we should at least know how to plant. And yeah, sometimes money is not all it takes for us to live. Yes, we can use our money to buy the things that we don't grow here, because we do buy bulk stuff that we don't grow. Uh, but most of the time in summertime, we plant what we need, the basic vegetables that we get, and even the exotic and the non-common vegetables that you can find in the grocery stores here. We do grow them here, and we have extras, and we're able to save and preserve. That's it. If there's a will, there's always a way. So you just have to find your way to get your hands dirty and plant and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Happy gardening!